Turning to the latest in the retrial of Karen Reed for the death of her police officer boyfriend. Both the prosecution and defense making passionate closing arguments. Reed has denied any involvement. Her fate is now in the hands of the jury. ABC's Ike Ajachi is here with more. Ike, good morning.
Good morning, Janae. The jury now has the case, a case that's polarized communities and drawn national attention. The question moving forward is, did the defense do enough to create a sense of reasonable doubt that would set Karen Reed free? This morning, after 8 weeks of testimony and evidence, Karen Reed's future is now in the hands of 12 Massachusetts jurors, 7 women and 5 men.
Take time to consider all the evidence.
The jury hearing closing arguments Friday. Prosecutors say in January 2022, she and her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, argued after a night of drinking. They say she hit him with her SUV and then left him outside of a party in the middle of a blizzard.
She was drunk. She hit him, and she left him to die. There is no doubt what happened that night.
Reed's defense saying O'Keefe was bitten by a dog, beaten by others at the party, and left to die in the snow. But there was no car accident that night.
Not a single medical expert called by the defense or called by the Commonwealth has testified that John was hit by a car. Not one.
I think the jury's going to be focused on what both sides presented. And I think it's going to come down to whether or not there was a collision. Because if there's no collision, there's no reason to look at this case for any of the 3 charges.
Reed's lawyers calling the case corrupt from the start, adding she is the victim of a massive cover-up to protect other police officers.
So what happened inside that house, or that basement, or that garage? What evidence was there for the investigators to look into? What did they ignore? Find Karen Reed not guilty, not guilty, not guilty.
The judge limiting both sides to an hour and 15 minutes for closing arguments.
It's not uncommon. And so the judge did so in order to ensure that the jury got this case Friday afternoon in hopes of getting a verdict sooner rather than later.
The deliberations coming nearly a year after the jury in Reed's first trial couldn't come to a verdict, resulting in a mistrial.
We've done everything we can, the instructions, the verdict slip. You've seen us fighting in court.
Now, just like the first trial, Reed did not take the stand in her own defense. If convicted of the most serious charge, second-degree murder, she faces a maximum sentence of life in prison under Massachusetts law.